Hey everyone, ever stared at your Cricut blades and wondered which one does the heavy lifting? Choosing the wrong one can lead to some wasted material and a bit of frustration. Today we're taking a closer look at the fine point blade and deep point blade to see what sets them apart. In this video we'll be covering blade differences, which include the blade housings and angles, brief material comparison, when to switch blades, how to change the blade in the blade carriage, how to change the blade tips, as well as a few tips along the way. Let's get started. The first noticeable difference is the color of each blade. The fine point blade is silver and the deep point blade is black. I think Cricut has done away with the silver blade. Please correct me if I'm wrong, as I only saw the premium fine point blade listed on their website, but they are nearly the same thing. The blade housings are also different. The fine point blade has a standard housing and the deep point blade has a shorter housing, allowing for thicker clearance of materials. It's very important that you don't swap blade housings, as this could damage your blade materials and machine. If you put a deep point blade, which is longer and steeper, into a fine point housing, it will stick out too far and likely gouge your mat or jam your machine. The fine points and deep point blades are also engineered to work with all Cricut Maker and Cricut Explorer series. It's also worth noting that if you want to use the deep point blade instead, you will need to select it in Cricut Design Space. Cricut has also listed on their website that the material clearance for the fine point and deep point blades are a maximum of 1.5 millimeters. The deep point blade allows for cutting more rigid materials such as magnet, chipboard, stamp material, thick cardstock, felt, foam sheets, cardboard, and stiffened fabrics, to name a few. To give you an idea of how thick that is, this is approximately what 1.5 millimeters looks like on a ruler. It's pretty decent, but your blade would need a few passes to cut through dense materials. I've also measured some of my own materials, and I wasn't able to get something at 1.5 millimeter thick, but I got close enough. My chipboard is around 1.2 millimeters thick, maybe a little bit less. Before you load any thick material for the deep point blade, make sure to slide the 4 white rubber star wheels on your machine's roller bar all the way to the right. This stops them from leaving track marks on thick materials. Another quick tip, don't just rely on your mat stickiness here, especially if you're using thicker materials. Use a strong grip purple mat and tape down all 4 edges of your material with masking tape so it doesn't budge mid-cut. At first glance, they look similar, but the magic is in the angle. The fine point blade has a 45-degree angle. It's designed for precision on thinner materials. The deep point blade, however, has a steeper 60-degree angle. This steeper angle, combined with harder, more durable German carbide steel, allows it to slice through denser materials without dragging. If you'd like to clean your blades, a neat little trick is to take a ball of aluminium foil and poke your blade into it around 20 to 30 times. This ensures your blade is clean and remains sharp. For the material comparison, I'm going to test and compare 1.2 millimeter chipboard, glitter craft foam, and 1.2 millimeter cardboard. I'll apply the same material settings to both the fine and deep point blades to compare how they handle different material types. So for the cardboard, I actually realized that it was artboard and not a sort of normal cardboard. So I just wanted to quickly mention that. When selecting craft foam, Design Space recommended inserting the deep point blade, but I also wanted to test it with the fine point blade. The deep point blade worked really well here, and the fine point blade did not cut all the way through, but with a couple of passes, it'll definitely cut glitter foam as well. For the chipboard, I selected light chipboard from the material options. This was the only compatible option on my Explorer Air 2, and the fine point blade didn't give a clean cut and tore in places. And the deep point blade did cut through, but might need additional passes for a clean cut. For the artboard, I used the same light chipboard setting, and both the fine point and deep point blades struggled on this material. You could get away with additional passes using the deep point blade, but I probably won't be cutting that type of material on my machine unless it's a Cricut certified material. In conclusion, the deep point blade is definitely capable of cutting dense materials. However, those materials are limited. Now, of course, I haven't tested many materials and played around with the settings, and sometimes a lack of clean cuts can also be due to user error. It's important that you try it out for yourself and reach your own conclusion. Another tip and ultimate sanity saver: when your machine finishes cutting a thick material, do not press the unload arrow button right away. Gently lift a corner of your material to see if it cut all the way through. If your material isn't cut through, hit go on your Cricut to start the process again. So how do you know when to switch blades? You'd want to change blades if Design Space recommends it. For example, when I wanted to cut glitter foam, under the blade and tool sections, Design Space recommended the D-point blade when I selected craft foam. You'd also want to switch blades if the material is denser, you experience tearing or bunching, or if your materials are more rigid. Sometimes you just have to use your own judgment when deciding on which blade to use. Before you send your project to your machine, you need to let Design Space know that you want to use the D-point blade. Once you select your heavy material, click on Edit Tools on the preview screen. Choose the deep point blade option so your Cricut knows to adjust the pressure and the number of cutting passes automatically. Of course, Design Space will recommend the deep point blade, but you do have the option to edit those tools. Swapping out the blade housing is incredibly simple. First, open up Clamp B on your Cricut machine. Lift the current blade housing straight up and out. Take your new housing, whether it's the silver fine point blade or the black D-point blade, drop it into the slot and snap the clamp shut. If your housing is fine but your blade is dull, you only need to change the tip. Press down on the plunger at the top of the housing to expose the blade. Carefully pull the old blade tip out. It's held in by a magnet. Put your new blade tip in, let go of the plunger, and the magnet will pull it securely into place. A quick tip: if you are finished using your deep point blade, you can put your blade into the little compartment that Cricut has. On the Explorer Air 2, I'm sure on the later models, there's also a compartment for you to store your blades and your blade tips. That is it for this video. If you do have any questions, please do leave them in the comment section. I'll try my best to answer them. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next craft video. Bye!